I keep seeing the leaders doing, let's be talking plans and maybe seeing you. Pull up on you, let me scoop. Nobody here but me and you. Got a little ring to it, turn that thing fluid in the coupe. Way you look, I know it's real. I'm on my Marshawn shit, I been really getting feel. You know why I'm here, don't act like you don't know how I feel. But let me tell you what you mean to me. Slide on me for that meet and greet. Vibe with me under moonshine, sipping moonshine to the new sky. Taste toasted and be raised so.
Hey you guys, welcome back to TaylorXo, or welcome to TaylorXo if you're a new subscriber. So you guys, I'm making this video today because I know a lot of people, always wonder why a lot of these moms get the hate they do. And, a lot of people say that reactors bully these mommies. It's farther than just reacting, that we bully, But I will say that none of the reactors, make false claims on these girls. And none of the reactors, say anything without saying allegedly. So this video is just to kind of, show and just to react on these vlogs that she has put out herself. Jazzy herself has put this stuff out. And, people look and they, really speculate because of the simple fact of what these girls show. And, you have to really wonder, like, if this is going on camera, then what is going on off camera? Now, everybody knows that Jazzy has been, gotten on by the YouTube streets and the reactors for years because, it seems as though she doesn't feed her kids the way she feeds herself, especially her current boyfriends in the home. And, for all four, I will say all four because it's not like, there's just one out of the bunch that is, a little bit skinnier than the other. I will say that all four of them seem to be, starved or neglected in some type way. I will say that, yet again, the reactors only say this stuff off of what they see, not making up. These girls do put these vlogs out, and what you show is what people talk about, and what it gives room for people to judge. And I wouldn't say in this case that anybody's judging, but just very alarmed for these kids, since clearly the families don't seem too concerned about what's really going on over there. So I'll get into it. And in this picture, as you guys can see, there's some cut up fruit bar that she had and some cut up grapes for the kids. Now, this was a video that she did what her twins eat in a day. And, obviously, the kids probably eat a little bit less from what is shown in the video because, it seems as though they were always getting snacks. And we know that, usually Jazzy doesn't seem in her grocery hauls or in her vlogs seem to really show that she lets the kids snack all day. So in the picture, you do see she cut up, a fruit snack and some grapes. And I know a lot of people had speculated, like, she's trying to stretch the food. As you guys know how, Jazzy is with food. So this wasn't surprising. And I guess this was a snack after breakfast that they had. And yet again, like I said, it was just very unnecessary to cut up all the food. I don't know if, more bites, the less hungry they are. But for whatever reason, she, cut up all the food. So in the next picture, in this picture, as you can see, she put some type of pepperoni slices, pizza pepperoni slices, in a package, one slice of cheese on the sandwich. And I know a lot of people said, like, they've never heard of, people putting slices of pepperoni and, sliced packaged cheese on bread as a lunch, especially, sis, when with 5 kids, you should be, maybe buying lunch meat or buying, some type of other meat for those sandwiches, not giving those kids literally pepperoni sliced sandwiches with one slice of cheese on it. And that was for their lunch. And so you see these meals right here, the pepperoni with the pepperoni slice with the cheese and the bread. And in this picture, as you guys can see, and right here, this is some frozen pizza that she made for the kids. I guess that was like a pre-made salad, leftovers that she had or made. And then there was a cup of pears on the plate. Very thrown together. I don't know why they had a pepperoni and cheese sandwich for lunch. And then, she fed them frozen cheese pizza for dinner. But, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, you're nitpicking, you know, at least the kids are eating, you know, why are you saying all these things? But I say these things because in the next pictures I'm about to show, I will say that this is the exact reason that people get on Jazzy for, you know, these kids looking starved, not only being starved, but, you know, she manages to whip up some nice stuff for her and her man at the current time. But it just seems like, you know, the kids have to have these struggle meals. Now, as you guys can see, this is some grilled steak with sauteed onions over top with some, I think it was like some sour cream and chives, mashed potatoes she showed, and some asparagus. And, you know, the dinner looks pretty, you know, pleasing to the eye, and I'm pretty sure it was, you know, half decent good. You know, but then we look back in the video to what we just saw. There are pictures of pepperoni sandwiches with slices of cheese and frozen pepperoni pizza and, you know, grapes. And which I will say the grapes and a fruit bar is, you know, a reasonable snack to have. But at the end of the day, sis, you know, we know that that's not what those kids get on a regular basis. And we do know that those aren't the snacks and as much meals they get on a daily basis. But we do know that you manage to be able to feed a man and, you know, whip up some steak and buy 2 big steaks and, you know, all this and that for you and your man. But when it comes to your kids, it just seems like there's no food, or you're not giving enough, which you always don't give enough. But you just buy these half-ass meals for them while your man and you were eating steaks and everything else. Now people can say, oh, this was a Valentine's Day dinner. Sis, it does not matter. At the end of the day, you are choosing to feed a man over your kids when half of the reason, if not all of the reason over there you're getting those food stamps is because of those 5 kids on that case. If it wasn't for your 5 kids on that case, you would not have no food stamps. So why are you allowing this man to take your food stamps and, you know, make sure y'all eat some good steaks and brisket and everything else, which I'm about to show in the next picture, but your kids have to eat leftover salads. You got leftover salads that you and Chris probably didn't want, frozen pizza, pepperoni and cheese sandwiches. It makes no sense to me. Somebody needs to send these pictures to the EBT office, because sis, you're using and abusing those stamps when you know darn well those stamps over there are for your kids. Sis, they're for the kids. Why is you and your man over there steady gaining weight, and yet the kids are starving? I mean, it makes no sense to me. And she thinks this is cool and okay, but obviously there has been no family concern, no CPS concern enough for her to take this seriously. That sis, somebody needs to take the stamps away. Sis, if you're not paying for your kids to eat, then sis, take the stamps away. Because you living up in there and using your stamps for a man, your money for a man, your car giving him for the man, while your kids got to be in the house all day, sis, it's sick and it's sad at this point. So you guys, what do you think at this point, you know, when it comes to Jazzy and her kids? I think at this point, all reactors are just, you know, tired of, and, you know, the subbies. I've seen some of her support over there even question some things. Like, I think at this point, we're all tired of making Jazzy and, you know, her not feeding her kids the main topic when she's brought up. Like, sis, you have 5 kids. How is it that hard to just manage to feed all 5 of them equally, properly portioned? You know, like, nobody told you over there to have 5 kids that you couldn't feed. Clearly, you know, there's too many to feed, too many to clothe, and at this point, you know, they have to go without, because these adults won't go without. You know, they'll have the kids suffer and go without before, you know, they go without. You know, these people, you know, they're eating seafood, they're eating steaks, brisket, you know, all nice and good, while the kids are eating scraps or, you know, half portion meals. and you're a mommy vlogger now. I thought you were a mommy vlogger. Now, how in the hell do you think you can continue to post these things and not get backlash? Like, sis, you are supposed to be a mommy vlogger and you're not even feeding your kids right? How does that work? It really is sickening at this point. And I have, heard from many people that CPS has been called plenty of times on this woman, and clearly she's using the YouTube as the excuse, and, which is, obviously, what else would she say? She can't say anything else. But at this point, I really do hope that, the reactors bug this woman enough into, really feeding her kids, because it's sick and it's sad, and to see the kids continue to be neglected is even worse. So comment down below what you guys think of this. Do you think at this point, somebody has to step in? Clearly the family's not. Or do you think, Jazzy is doing the job as a mother, feeding her kids? Because I know some people say she's doing her best, and as long as the kids are fed, which that blows my mind. But thank you guys for watching another video, and stay tuned for more. Thank you guys.